Well, well, well. What's good, everybody? Thanks for checking out Shin88 Gaming, and welcome back to Armored Core 6. If you missed the last one, we are making our way through the game, doing the Fires of Raven ending, with a little bit of a challenge run going on. Essentially, I'm going to be playing through using only the pre-built or preset ACs. It's going to start off pretty easy, I mean, as the game does, and then get kind of crazy later on. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Strider here.
You are to destroy it. The Strider is a mobile resource base.
Now, I mentioned it in the last episode, but I'd like to reiterate, I think that the way that the story is told, from just the voice acting performances, which are pretty much universally great, to just how you find out different things through different parts of the story, or rather different routes in the story, and then you look back and go, oh, that makes sense as to why that happened. For a game that I've heard a lot of people say doesn't have much of a story, I don't actually think that's accurate. I think that the game just tells the story in a pretty interesting way. Not just with, or not just like the way that maybe the Souls games or Elden Ring do, where you can completely ignore the story, because the story is there, more front and center in this one.
Main system activating combat mode.
But anyways, let's jump into the mission.
Commence mission. First,
So we're going to use Gun 6 Red here again.
contact with the Strider.
It's actually surprisingly weak. You'd think that he would have pretty good firepower, but he kind of does, but kind of doesn't. There's a reason that his AC is kind of low ranked. One other thing that I didn't mention, actually, this is probably worth mentioning. This whole playthrough has been recorded, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago. So I'm playing on an older patch. I do know that the newest patch just came out a few days ago. Actually adds some new parts, which I'm pretty excited about, and some other stuff, but we're not playing on that one. We're not playing on the very earliest patch. I think I mentioned this before. So I think a few balance adjustments had been made, but we're playing on a pretty old version of the game here. I actually really like the pistol-type weapons in this game. I think that they've been buffed a little bit, because the weapons themselves are actually really strong. It's just more the ammo capacity that really hurts them. But I think that's been buffed a little bit, so maybe now they're even better than they already were. But the big, like, Magnum one with the gigantic barrel, I got a build that I messed around with that has 2 of those, and it's quite strong. Obviously only at close range. You definitely cannot shake me.
Defend the sub-generator.
Sub-generator destroyed.
You know, I've never actually had it where I fell all the way down from here to the ground. I suppose it would be possible. This game is actually pretty forgiving in terms of your generator, though. And you can often just, you know, boost. Let your energy come back a little bit, and then boost again. And if you manage it well enough, you can do pretty well. And you can even do that little kick maneuver. That wasn't really necessary in that situation, but yeah, if you did a little kick maneuver, you can actually use that to start your energy recovery, which is kind of funny. Do your little boost kick, boost kick, boost kick to gain some distance. Alright, now if we wanted to play this safe, we could of course just jump down underneath and then jump back up and take pot shots, but that's no fun. When you clear those certain thresholds, you do get a little bit of a stagger, so it's not really necessary to do that. Kick him in the eye, yeah. You know, another thing that I haven't done is I have not stood on the thing and let it explode on me. I don't know if it's a one-hit kill or if it just does a large amount of damage. I got about 10k HP, so it would be interesting to see if I survive it, but alas.
Move 621. You need to get clear of the Strider.
What a good looking game too, right? I'm probably going to continually say that as we play through this, but man. There are some moments that really give you a great sense of scale.
The Strider's blowing itself up. A fitting end for something built to fail.
Remember, cool ACs don't look at explosions. Even though I'm looking at the explosions, so I guess, does that mean I'm not a cool guy? I don't know. That'd make a pretty good video thumbnail right there, but I think I got a better one in mind, so. I've actually been quite enjoying messing around with the photo mode to make some thumbnails. I've only made 3 at this point, plus one alternate that I decided not to use. Well, plus the Mad Stomp climbs the wall thumbnail, which, by the way, Mad Stomp is going to be climbing the wall in this episode.
I understand you want to join Operation Wall Climber. You do realize that disposing of some Liberation Front garbage hardly qualifies you. Know your place, you meager dog-sitter. The answer is no.
Speaking of the way that they represent the story,
Must be rough only having one good pilot
Snail.
to rely on.
What a likable character.
Are you suggesting your dog can take Freud's place?
You'll see. Just give us the chance.
Very well, then. We're also deploying V4, who's been equally brazen of late. Let's see how they both perform.
I think I know just the person to climb the wall. Or just the AC, rather.
One new message.
Raven, your work on the Strider deserves commendation. I am thrilled to have issued you the request.
Oh, well, thank
Allow
you.
me to introduce myself. I am the Archivist Group's mercenary liaison. V8 Pater, at your service. I think
Hater
I'll
is
enjoy doing
quite funny,
business with
actually. Okay. Well, I think we all know who we're going to use to climb the wall, but let's see. Oh, yes, indeed.
This request comes straight from Archivist headquarters. They want you to assist with a mission the corporation.
I have been enjoying
Operation
seeing a lot of Mad Stomp versus
This is
X
V2 Snail, leader of
videos
the Vesper
pop
Second
up.
Squad. will
I
jet
seriously
Raven
doubt that
from
mine
this
was the
mission.
first, but
This is an operation of my own design.
I like to think maybe I
Consider it a
inspired
privilege to
somebody.
be called to
I doubt it though.
participate.
I probably was way behind the
You will be
curve on
attacking
that, but I didn't start seeing them till
a
after I
key
posted
trading
them.
outpost fortified by the Rubicon Liberation Front. The rabble have formed a defensive line comprised of artillery and MT squads. Break through the line, then make your way to the top of the wall. There you shall find the Juggernaut, a mobile heavy artillery platform. Destroy it.
Juggernaut.
V4 will also be participating in this mission, infiltrating through a separate route. However, Be aware that Balaam has also taken a crack at the wall, only for their vainglorious hopes to be dashed. Do try not to die like a dog out there.
Alright, enough chit-chat. Let's hop right in.
Your objective is to take the Liberation Front fortress, the wall. Show them you're worth the credits, 621.
Now, it's worth noting here that if you have watched my video, Mad Stomp Climbs the Wall, this is actually the same.
Main system.
That video was an excerpt from this playthrough.
Commence mission. We'll start by clearing the way for Arquebus. Take out the Gatling cannons protecting the city, and the Baus Tetrapod MT further in.
You know, I gotta say, it can actually boost for a decent amount of time.
621. Keep an eye out for cover.
You'll never climb.
Honestly, I saw at least one video, and unfortunately I can't remember who it was, so I can't give credit to it. But I saw a video where someone, like, fixed, quote-unquote, Mad Stomp, and updated the design slightly. Shoot, it might have been featured on, like, a Vati video or something. But, yeah, it was kind of interesting. There's, like, a solid framework here to start from. The chainsaw is quite interesting. Alright. And actually, if it just had, you know, a little bit faster reload speed, or maybe came with a second weapon, that little handheld shotgun thingy is pretty decent. It's just that you only get to fire it once. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and destroy all these just basically for the heck of it. It's some extra money. Not that I need it, because I already have everything unlocked, but hey. Yeah, we're going to dodge that one. The kick just absolutely destroys these tetrapods. Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Shut up, hippie.
Significantly reduces the threat in the city. Access the bulkhead and break into the wall. Confirmed. You're inside the wall. Be prepared for close quarters combat.
Oh, I'm prepared already.
This is V4 Rusty. You're fast. Guess you're sharper than they'd say. I'll have to step up my own.
I just like the idea of him saying that to Mad Stomp.
He's an elite. But remember, even Balaam couldn't crack the wall. Don't count on him too much.
I'm really not used to using the chainsaw, which is why you saw I overestimated the amount of damage I was doing and had to go back and finish the job, alas.
AP at 50%.
He's trying to get away, poor guy.
There should be a lift nearby. The target is close.
Alright, let's be intimidating. Yeah. See, this is another way that Armored Core is just like a Souls-like. Long
Dispatch to
elevators.
supply Sherpa.
Definitely pretty sure I heard someone say that this is a baby game because you get resupplied halfway through a lot of missions or before bosses. I'm not complaining about it.
You must be Raven. One of the infamous handler Walter's hounds.
Now, if we have Snail on the side of unlikable characters, we certainly have Rusty on the side of likable characters.
Interesting.
What a guy.
You ready to climb the wall? That's the Juggernaut, a heavy mobile cannon. I wouldn't recommend taking it head on. It won't be able to keep up with Steel Haze. I'll distract it while you hit its blind spot.
I'm just in awe of how hilarious this is. Just hold the chainsaw down and
That's the stuff.
destroy the frickin' Juggernaut.
Walter knows how to pick
It's beautiful. Yeah.
It's coming.
Nice try, Rusty, but I think we know who the real MVP here is.
Understood. Raven, I just got an update from Snail on command. We've got enemy reinforcements incoming. If I don't intercept them, we're both toast. Hate to leave you like this, but you'll have to finish without me. He's gone. So much for our decoy.
This is actually a little sketch here at the end. I got some good positioning there, but it would have been a real pain if it had like boosted to the other side of the arena and I had to try and get behind it with this. But it's all good. I'm not going to play the Mad Stomp yell here, but I'm going to let you all imagine it.
Juggernaut destroyed. Operation Wall
Aw,
Climber
yeah.
is a success. That pilot, Rusty, it seems he knew who you really are. It won't
That
matter.
pilot,
I'm
Remy,
taking that contingency
he's an
into account.
ace.
One new message.
We're war buddies now. I think I should tell you something. During Operation Wall Climber, Arquebus was planning to sacrifice you.
What?
Plan was to
No,
use
I don't think
independent
Snail
mercenaries to
would
clear
want
the
to
way
do
so
that.
that the Vespers could step in and take over. But instead, you took the wall. The higher-ups are going to remember you now, that's for sure. As will I.
Talk to you later, buddy. Okay. Who do we want to use next then? How about... Now that's a weak AC right there. Yeah.
Got a job for you, 621.
Worth noting that as we make our way through the missions
Balaam
where
companies has put in a
they're like
request.
optional objectives or, you know, get a certain amount of things, we're going to be trying to do things the optimal way.
Conducting an investigation into the Vespers, Arquebus' augmented human squad. Currently our focus is on their 4th squad leader, V4 Rusty. Sweep the route Rusty took during Operation Wall Climber and retrieve combat logs from the wrecks he left on his way in.
Why are they so worried about Rusty and not
Wall
worried
is
about
now under
Mad
Arquebus'
Stomp?
control, and they've
and
stationed
Remy.
their MT squads there for the Coral Survey. As such, he'll be targeting the brief window where their main force is deployed elsewhere. down the time and retrieve as many logs as you can. That concludes the briefing. We expect prompt results, Gun 13.
I shall provide.
621. You should be used to Rubicon by now. Time to take a break from shooting up the place.
Main system activating combat mode.
All right.
Commence mission. Search the
So this AC is actually
combat
quite
logs
good,
recording engagements with
especially for such a low
Rusty.
rank. I think that I was playing this pre
But V4 skills.
patch that buffed all the rifles, so should actually be even better now.
Analyzing log.
While that big, gigantic, like, rocket launcher on my shoulder is not really
The coral situation
that good necessarily in terms of, like, being able to hit things, if you're up close, it's like a blunderbuss, basically.
That makes 3 logs.
Now, you do actually have to be a little bit fast to accomplish everything on this mission, but it's really not that bad.
This log is interesting. I'll make a copy. Nothing the corpse.
As we go through, I'll try and highlight if there are particular missions where getting an S rank was kind of difficult, like how to do that.
Analyzing.
Generally, though, I think to get S ranks on the missions, you need to think of it in terms of not just getting through the level as quickly as possible, although that's one aspect of it. Also, ammo usage and amount of damage taken are factors. And it kind of varies from mission to mission, which is most important. But thinking in those terms really helped me S rank a few of those more difficult missions.
Just hold us up if you engage her. The mission
So yeah, she is quite weak.
Coral warrior, just like the others, and I will not give in. Forged in ash, we stand as one.
I'm gonna have to say it again, but shut up, hippie.
Go! Leave Rubicon alone! Where can I see a greedy hound?
Farewell.
Our ship. I couldn't keep my promise.
confirmed. Enemy AC destroyed.
Woohoo.
Get back to work, 621.
As you might expect, you do have to defeat her in order to get the S rank, but you don't actually have to defeat her in order to beat the mission, so.
Unidentified AC.
Open fire! Kill the intruder!
Keep an eye on the clock. Analyzing.
I'm pausing on these, by the way, in case you want to pause and read the notes, but I'm not the type of YouTuber who pauses and reads the entire note word for word. That would just make the video a little bit too long.
7 logs.
And we got other more exciting missions to get to. They definitely do hype up Rusty a lot.
Worthless.
Like, here's another Juggernaut that they had for some reason, and he took that one out solo, along with all these others.
Very interesting. This could be worth something. We've still got time, but we've checked out every promising rack. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
Oh, it's your lucky day. He just barely survived the time limit.
New message.
Gun 13 Raven. You bagged us some decent intel on V4. I'll report this to Commander Michigan.
Oh yeah.
I'll introduce myself. Gun 6 Red. But you can call me sir. Privileged to be among Balam's
Well,
best.
sir, I've been using your
If I am
AC.
stuck whipping you independence into shape, believe you me, I'm gonna put you to work.
I do like that red is like Michigan light, basically. Yeah, I don't know.
Got a job for you, 621. The client is the Rubicon Liberation Front. Here's the briefing.
Oh no, now I'm
Loss of
the
wall
hippie.
dealt us a heavy blow. Yet, we believe you are more than a corporate pawn. Perhaps we can even work together. I want you to investigate Baus Arsenal number 2, a major MT
So this
factory in the
particular
Bellies
mission,
region.
I would say, is actually in the running for most difficult mission to S rank.
Now, their second arsenal has gone silent
It
overnight.
probably took me the most tries, or was in the top 3
If it were only a
missions that took me the most
constant
tries to
check
S
would
rank.
do. But, well, after the Strider, more cautious voices have gained influence. This isn't our finest moment, but would appreciate your help.
The thing about this one is that
Before you go, 621.
you have to complete it incredibly quickly,
Expect the
and
unexpected.
you also have to avoid taking damage, which sounds like a no-brainer, but there are some missions where you actually can do one or the other. This is not one of them.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Investigate Baus Arsenal number 2.
This is definitely one of those that falls into the category of
Nothing.
I don't know what in the world is going on first playthrough, but by the time you get to third playthrough, you're like, oh. Which I think is a cool way to tell the story.
Watch out, 621.
One thing I learned here is that you can actually just boost diagonally, and you'll get around his shots completely. Which will save you a little bit of time and make you less likely to get hit.
Encoded comms. Was that mech behind what happened here? 621. Continue the investigation.
Also, worth noting, you can get a little bit smart with your scanner.
There's more than one this
Woo!
time.
Okay, bad dodge.
Use your scanner. Mark your targets to undermine their tricks. Unidentified machine down. Keep going and stay sharp.
So here's a case where you're probably going to need to do this, but it's cool that you wouldn't even necessarily have to do this on a second playthrough if you were just thinking about it. Oh, maybe I should use my scanner. You would see these guys and not get ambushed. Where are you? There you go. That thing has a heck of a range. I feel like when I've used it, which to be fair has not been that many times,
Going 621.
it did not have that good of range.
Is that a coral response? 621. Get down and take a closer
Yes,
look.
it's very coral.
No doubt about it. This water
What if we set it differently, you know? Like, what if we set it like corral?
must have been an underground vein. Baus was hiding a well all this time.
Alright, this part was the bane of my existence when trying to S rank.
621.
If you take, like, just really a few shots, I feel, here, you're probably going to fail the S rank. So your best bet is to basically dash over to one of the corners and try and take out one of these guys as quickly as possible.
You're outnumbered. Pick them off one by one.
Because they're just going to sit up there and fire lasers at you while you're trying to fight the melee one.
Another dealt with. Stay focused, 621.
Alright.
Light shoulder ammunition at 50%.
Now, was I playing this time for rank rather than just completion? I definitely would not be S-ranking this. I'm just taking way too long, I think. This is probably like a solid A, if I had to guess.
Seems that's the
But it
last
doesn't
of
matter,
them.
because we beat it. And we are going to leave it here for this time.
Head back and
I hope you
rest up,
enjoyed.
621.
Like I said last time, the missions are not going to be super exciting yet. But once we start getting into the more difficult missions, using these preset ACs is going to get a little bit more challenging, a little bit more exciting. But that's about all she wrote for this time. We'll wrap up with a little bit more exposition. I wanted to say exhibition. I don't know why.
Long time no see, Walter. Looking good for a change.
Carla, another one of my
I
favorites.
see you've got a new augmented
Really, all of the
human.
characters, with the exception of
What
Snail,
happened to
are super
617
likable.
and the rest?
Their jobs. They did what it took to get us here.
Huh. So how's the newcomer doing?
Oh, Remy? He's
Adequately.
doing great.
But Gen 4 augmentation can be unstable.
Anyways, everybody, I want to thank you very much for watching. If you're watching this at the time of upload, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
I found
And
the
I'll
data
see you on the
our
next one.
friends left behind.
Till then, take care.
There's
God
something
bless.
promising in the watch point.